So we want to welcome everybody to the National Club Swimming Association. We are here in the 20th year of the meet and so excited to bring it to you again. But here come the 1650 swimmers. Right now the ladies will have the first final. Here we go.
Absolutely. Welcome to Orlando, Florida, for those of you tuning in. In lane 1, we have Kylie McMurray from GPAC. In lane 2, Katie Russell from Nova Virginia Aquatics. Lane 3, Mary McKenna from Long Island Express. Lane 4, Kevin Gormson from Long Island Aquatic Club. Lane 5, Madison Smith from Rockville, Mont. Lane 6, Lily Gormson from Long Island Aquatic Club. Lane 7, Amanda Bernard from Nova Virginia Aquatics. And in lane 8, Avery Ledke from AquaJets Swim Team. We are ready for our women 1650-yard freestyle. This is your B final?
This is the last heat.
So the
other ladies from this morning. We'll go over that in a second.
Okay.
So the 1650, 66 laps in a 25-yard pool. They did have some heats and people swimming this morning. We'll go through that in a second. But I didn't properly introduce the co-host here, Bess Hour. She can literally talk and commentate at a swim meet all day for 8 hours by herself. So it's awesome.
Well, for our viewers at home, lane 1 is at the bottom of your screen. Lane 8 is at the top of your screen. And flipping first, that was Joe. I'm trying to see the scoreboard from here. Kevin Gormson in lane 4. Swimming with her sister, Joe, Lily Gormson, or cousin, both from Long Island Aquatic Club.
Yep, we're going to see who's the fastest sibling here. Let's talk about this morning. We had Katie McCarthy with the fastest time this morning, 16:19.19. Claire Stumacher from Nova Virginia. She was 16:44.95, and Kira Reed, also from Nova, 16:46.08. Those are the times to beat. These ladies have to beat those times. So we will see how they go throughout the night.
All right, and bringing it back down the home stretch, Kevin Gormson still in the lead, swimming for LIAC. And she has a full body length lead at this time, flipping at 1:24.05. She went a 28.90 on that last split, Joe.
She's going to try to hold 28s, 29. She's obviously 6 seconds under the 30 seconds. I say that it's easier for me to keep track of what's going on, but she is certainly starting out quickly here.
Well, she's got a lot of ladies on her heels. Lanes 5, 6, 7, and 8 all competing along with lane 1 for that second and third spot.
So at the 200, she flips at 152.99. Has about a 2 body length lead on the field.
And to clarify for our viewers at home, this is just the final heat of the 1650. So the times from this morning do count to place overall, correct?
Yes, a girl from this morning can win the event. Certainly can win the event. And Katie McCarthy did about the same pace so far. We can kind of keep track of what she did. She was out in 157.9 at the 200, while Kevin here went out in 152.90. So,
yep.
So what we were saying earlier, the National Club Swimming Association, it's in 20 years here. Their first time here in Orlando was 2002. And certainly doing quite well. They sent many kids overseas on club trips. They have scholarships. It's just a great deal in CSA.
Kevin Gormson is maintaining her lead over the field. She's actually extended it just a little bit, flipping at 2:51.26 on that last lap.
Holding 29 flats, has a good swim so far, just nice and smooth, really easy swimming. It looks like an easy practice to me, but she's holding a lot of water there.
And flipping second at that is lane 5-6. That is her sister, Lily Gormson, bringing up the second spot at 3:24.70. She slipped at 29.11 with that last lap.
So you know they must train together.
I would think.
They're going to go. Right now they're 1-2, so it's going to be interesting.
So there's 3 years difference between them. Kevin is 18. Lily is 15. But I tell you what, though, Lily does have her work cut out for her because on either side of her, Joe, that is Madison Smith and Amanda Bernard really trying to run her down.
Yeah, and it's a long race. There's a lot of different strategies for the mile. Some people descend the 500s and then go the last 150. Some people negative split it. Some people just try to stay even the whole time. So a lot of different strategies. So we may see a lot of different changes, lead changes, second, third, fourth, and fifth changes. So it's kind of interesting and good for the audience to watch.
Gavin flipping after a 29.23. She's at 4:18.83 right now, and she has just extended her lead over the rest of the field. Lily Gormson running second, and then it looks like perhaps that is then Madison Smith and Amanda Bernard still chasing down, going for that third spot.
So a lot of you guys listening know 500 times. She's coming in here for the 500. Flips at 4:48.25. That's a good 500 by itself. And we'll see what she does on the second.
And down at the bottom of your screen, that was Kylie McMurray flipping at 4:57.12. She's trying to keep this half of the pool in the race. So, Joe, what are some of the different strategies that swimmers use for swimming this distance?
As I mentioned earlier, you have the negative split. You can negative split, which is the second half is faster than the first. You can descend the 500s and then blast the last 150. A lot of people like to just stay an even pace that they've been working on, like 29 flats, like Gormson. Both of them are in the 29s right now, so a lot of different ways to do things. You know, if I was doing it, I'm a big negative split guy. That would be the most fun for me, probably. But a lot of different ways to do things. Just depends on how much pain you love.
Kevin flipping at 5:47.08, followed by Lily at 5:52.68, and then running third right now, Madison Smith, followed by Amanda Bernard.
So we have 50 splits from 29.4 through 31.1. So everybody's in the 31 flat or better.
And if you're wondering the order of events tonight, after the women's 1650 free, we have the men's 1000 freestyle, then the women's 100 free, just the 100 free for the men and women, and then the 200 backstroke, 50 butterfly, and then we'll be finishing up with the 200 medley relay.
Yes, and there will be awards. The awards happen after all the events and just before the relay, so we'll bring those to you as well.
Kevin maintaining her lead, actually extending it. Joe, how does she look possibly compared to this morning? Katie McCarthy was our fastest time this morning.
So she's about 10 seconds ahead of her currently. It's really how Katie's going to compare with the second, third, and fourth swimmer here as to what place she finishes with. So it's going to be kind of fun to watch as we go. We can really take a look at the 1,000 and see where they all are at the 1,000. Katie from this morning was 9:56 at the 1,000.
So, Joe, what are some of the qualifying times that they are perhaps able to qualify for if they go fast enough?
So they have the Phillips 66 national time standard is 16:17:59. The Summer Junior Nationals, which is a very big meet, very fast cuts, 16:32:59.
But just to get into this meet, though, you had to have a certain qualifying.
Just to get in this meet, you had 17:12:89, and then futures, of course, is 17:14:39. You cannot get Olympic trial cuts in yards. It has to be a meter meet. So I know people are thinking about that, but it can only happen in a meter meet.
And Kevin flipping at 7:44.82, still maintaining 29s there, as is Lily Gormson and Madison Smith. Amanda Bernard also swimming at 29.99, flipping at 7:54.70. After that, Kylie McMurray down here in lane 1, 7:57.09. Followed by Avery Ledke and then Katie Russell and Mary McKenna.
You know, the Gormsons here from Long Island are just, they're very smooth. Very smooth, holding tons of water and just real comfortable. I mean, just really looks good. Flipping here, still holding 29. She's 29.37 on that 50. We're pulling up on the 1,000 very quickly here, so that was the 900 split, 8:43.83. So she's quite a bit ahead of the 8:57.08 set this morning by Katie McCarthy.
And here she comes again. She's going to flip this time at 9:13.60. And it looks like her sister Lily has gained and secured that second position right now by a body length, followed by Amanda Bernard and then Madison Smith. So Amanda made that pass pretty quickly.
Yeah, so Lily is sitting at 9:22.
Yeah, but here comes Amanda Bernard, though. She has just put on the afterburner, so maybe she's one of those negative split swimmers you've been talking about.
9:42.72. She was a 4:57 on that 500. So she's a little up from her first one, but she's still cranking it out, staying sub-5 on the 500s. Very nice.
For our viewers at home, how many laps is it in a short course pool?
66 lengths.
66 lengths. And so I'm not sure if they're showing the far side of the pool, but we have our counters over there. That way our swimmers do not lose count of what lap they're on.
Yes, and you know what? People have miscounted before.
They miscounted the Olympic trials. I remember watching that.
They've miscounted. They've dropped them. They've done a lot of things.
I'm talking about the swimmer miscounted.
Oh, yeah.
He did an extra lap just to be sure he finished, and he won Olympic trials.
And he still won, yeah. That was very nice.
All right. Kevin Gormson still securely in the lead, but look at this, Joe. We've got a race for second place right now. That second position, Amanda Bernard has turned on the afterburner. She is making the pass right now. Lily is battling to hang on to that second position. They're all followed up. We've got a good race for third between Madison Smith and Kylie McMurray down here in lane 1.
A lot of different races going on. Amanda Bernard from Nova has probably one of those strategies where she was descending the 500. So here she goes on her final 500, and she's put on the afterburners a little bit.
Yeah.
Splitting 29.64 on that to Lily's 30.7.
She has secured, made the pass right on by, flipping 11:22.54.
While sister Kevin is cranking. 20.24 in the last one, 29.25 on that 50. She is actually picking it up a little bit as we get near the end here. Again, times to beat for this morning are 16:19. 16:44, 16:46. Those are the times to beat from this morning.
And it looks like right now your top four are Kevin Gormson, followed by Amanda Bernard, and then Lily Gormson, and then I believe Joe has Avery Ledeke from lane 1 taken over that fourth position yet. It's a really good battle between Madison Smith and Kylie McMurray Kylie McMurray, I think, just made that pass, cruising right on into fourth place. All sorts of battles and all over the pool.
Here we go. Kevin Gormson still cranking along. 29.81 on that one. Slipped up a little bit on that 50. Sitting at 12:39.40. When she touches the wall down here, she will have 12 laps left, 12 lengths left, I should say.
So Amanda Bernard is not stopping, Joe. She is really putting on the speed. She has actually made some headway towards catching up to Kevin Gormson.
Kevin's got about a 25-yard pool length ahead of her, but yes, she is running her down a little bit. Amanda sitting at 29.58 to Kevin's 30.1s. I don't know if she has enough real estate left. We'll see.
And Kylie McMurray now is challenging for that third spot.
Yes, and there's 30.04 for Cavan. Our leader, second place, Amanda Barnard, 29.58. She is catching her by half a second per 50.
So you're going to have to do your swimmer math. Is there enough race left for her to possibly catch her?
I don't think so, but it kind of is getting interesting. But I think it's not enough. Not enough.
Down here, Kylie McMurray.
All right, when Cavan comes and touches the wall, she will have 6 laps left. That's 150 yards. And really, really looking good here.
Kylie McMurray and Lily Gormson are battling it out for that third position in this heat. And for our viewers, again, at home, this is just the final heat. And so all of these times will compete against the times swum this morning and the heat swum this morning.
We do have an underwater camera. We're working on getting that clear for you. So stay tuned throughout the week, and we'll bring you some great underwater pictures as we continue to get that thing up to speed.
All right. Cavan flipping at 15:10.55. She went at 30.61. Meanwhile, Amanda Bernard flipping at 15:19.26. Did a 29.45. She's getting even faster, Joe.
She wants to get her, but it's just not enough. There's not enough time left. We've got about a 50 left for Cavan in the middle.
And we have Madison Smith and Kylie McMurray battling it out, Joe, along with Lily Gormson trying to compete for that third spot, but I believe the nod is going to Kylie McMurray. We'll see if that pans out.
Here we go for the last lap for Cavan. Gormson, Long Island, 29.81 on that. Here we go. Can she go under 16:10? We'll see.
All right, and that is the bell lap. If you're seeing the officials ringing the bell, they do that as tradition here, just so there is no mistake for the swimmers. And she has touched in, Joe, 16:09.36.
Good swim for her.
That was Cavan Gormson, and then we have Amanda Bernard touching in at 16:73. Followed by Kylie McMurray down here in lane 1 at 16:26.40. Madison Smith gaining the 4th position. Lily Gormson placing 5th. And coming in down lane 8, Avery Ledke for 6th position. Coming in to touch 7th is Katie Russell. And bringing up the 8th position in this heat.
So if you're wondering about results, the first 2 swimmers there are number 1 and number 2. The third one was from this morning, Katie McCarthy from Minnesota. She went 16:19.19. So those are your top 3. Congratulations, ladies.
All right, fantastic. And so that does finish up this particular heat and this event at the Spring Swimming Championships. I see our men walking out, Joe, getting ready for the men's 1,000-yard freestyle. And here they come. Joe, we're going to talk a little strategy after this about how the men attacked the 1,000 versus how the women attacked the longer event of the 1650. All right, in lane 1, Joe, we have Sam Marsteiner from New Wave Swim Team. Lane 2, Patrick Broderick from Long Island Express. In lane 3, we have Sean Green from Long Island Aquatic Club. In lane 4, Nathan Shabota from Nova Virginia Aquatics. In lane 5, we have Matthew Marsteiner from New Wave Swim Team. In lane 6, we have Bryce Rohr from INCAP. Lane 7, we have Brady Begin from Rockville Mont. And in lane 8, Jacob Hamlin from Highlander Aquatic Club, swimming white here in his hometown. Highlander is one of the few teams that's actually here in Orlando.
This is almost a home pool for Jacob there in lane 8, so we're going to be excited to see how he does.
He may have been swimming here last week.
He was. I saw him here.
All right, our top seed is Nathan Shabota from Nova Virginia Aquatics. He comes in with a seed time of 9:00:53.
Times from this morning, we have Ryan Nunez, 9:07:97. Ethan Gluck, 9:10:70. Alex Crown was third this morning, 9:11:82. Those are the times to beat. The record in this event is 8:45. The meet record is 8:45:11 by Matt Hirschberger from Nation's Capital, but he is from Clearwater.
I do want to say Matthew Marsteiner was on fire with that opening leg, going at 23:98 in his first 50.
So you talked about strategy for 1,000. For a lot of these distance swimmers, 1,000 is a strategic sprint.
Okay.
How fast can we do it right at red line or right under red line? So that's where these guys are right now. They're just sitting at a good 1,000 race pace here.
Well, Matthew has maintained the lead with a 26:31, flipping at 50:29.
So in this event, a lot of people do negative split. Now these guys look like they're going out pretty hard, but this is an excellent distance for a negative split type of feel, or at least a feel of it. So it's going to be interesting. You will see some speed changes here, gear changes at the 500.
Right now, Sean Green, Nathan Shibota, and Matthew Marsteiner are our top three swimmers. All three of them going 26s. And it looks like they're settling into a rhythm right now. We do have Matthew maintaining that lead, flipping at 1:43:73, followed by, wow, very close, Joe. Nathan Shibota and Sean Green both going 1:44.
And if you look at those times, 1 through 8, all of those are decent times for a 16 and under, maybe even an 18 and under swimmer. You'll see a lot of people under 140 this weekend in the 200 free, but we've got 2 or 3 guys leading with 144 or better. Good swims.
So all the ages in the pool range from 15 to 18 years old. Matthew Marsteiner maintaining that lead. Nathan and Sean battling it out for that next spot in the pool.
Look at this. We're starting to tighten up here in the front.
Well, Bryce Rohr is trying to get an edge in on those top three. He's there in lane 6. Reminder for our viewers at home, lane 1 is at the bottom of your screen. Lane 8 is at the top of your screen. Joe, and look, there's the pass. We see them all neck and neck.
At the 300 mark, 3 guys sitting at 2:38. Good little race going here between Long Island, Nova, and Wave.
And it looks like we do have our cameras working now, where you can see the counters at the far end of the pool. For our viewers not that familiar with swimming, they only do that for the longer races. Flipping, Matthew Marsteiner just barely hanging on to it, going 3:04:95. And then we have Nathan swimming 3:05:35 to Sean Green's 3:05:36, Joe.
If you look at Matthew Marsteiner, his turns from New Wave, the guy that the leader at the top of that group of 3, watch his underwaters compared to the other guys. He gets about 2 strokes further than the other guys on his turns, and that's a game changer in 1,000 because you're talking about 39 turns. So watch him as he flips here. Watch his underwaters compared to the other guys.
Meaning he
Look
goes
at that.
further before he surfaces.
Yeah, the other guys are taking 2 or 3 strokes before he even comes up. That may pay off later in the race. We'll see.
We'll see. Sean Green right now trying to battle. However, Matthew Marsteiner hanging on by just a thread, just a hair. They both went 27:03 on that last 50.
All right, coming up to the halfway point, we've got 1 lap. We'll see where they are at the 500. It's going to be a pretty quick 500. Definitely going to be sub 4:30 at the 500. So good swim going on here for these 3 boys.
Sean Green on that last 50 went at 26:97, Joe.
Look at this. They're starting to speed up now. 4:26s at the 500. Good swims. 27s, 26.9. Nathan there in the middle just popped to 26.95, and he's starting to get going now, working that negative split strategy.
Well, the top 3 right there, Sean Green, Nathan Shibota, and Matthew Marsteiner, are trading back and forth between going 26s and 27s. It's like they get a burst of speed and then can't maintain it.
Well, you look at Marsteiner, he is actually still getting back in the race with his turns. See there?
Nathan Shibota just made the pass, touching in first at 4:52.84. Matthew is second. Sean Green is third. And
coming in at the 600 mark, they have a 400-yard sprint here when they flip. And they're holding all 26s. So now it's starting to get a little crazy here.
And they obviously see each other. They're swimming right next to each other in the lane. How much as a competitor does that just really push you on to swim even a better time?
Well, it's always nice to race somebody and just try to stay with them, and they try to stay each other, or they try to beat up on each other. But also, another rule of thought is I'm not going to look around. I know that there's someone always there. So that keeps you on your edge the entire time as well. So
Nathan is maintaining that edge. He went at 26.72, 5:46.26, still holding that first place.
So if you look at their tempo, their arm speed is starting to pick up a little more. Still holding 26s, all three guys. And
they are followed by Brady Begin.
And if you see Sean Green, he is hugging that lane line, trying to jump in the trough and body surf in, as they say. Try to hang on.
Jacob Hamlin, the hometown boy, swimming from Highlander Aquatics up there in lane 8, seems to have that fourth position, Joe.
That's good for him. He's going to actually continue to power up. He can carry that speed for quite a long time.
Nathan Shibota has extended to a half body length lead over Sean Green. Matthew Marsteiner holding on to that third spot.
Coming up on the 800, we do have 200 left. That's 8 lengths left. We'll see where they are at the 800. Nathan there in the middle of the pool is holding 26.5s or better the last 200. So he is really starting to move now.
He's extended to a body length plus lead, flipping at
26.1. He is getting faster by each 50. 7:05 at the 800. That's a good swim right there.
And I imagine this may be his coach standing next to our broadcast table, because he is looking very excited with this swim, Joe. He's got to be happy with the speed.
Yeah, he has lengthened his lead. He's got about a 3 body length lead at the moment. 26.1 again. He's having a heck of a swim there in the middle of your pool. So are the other guys. It's just everybody's raring to go this week.
Yep, so that is Sean Green and Matthew Marsteiner battling for third, and then looking for that fourth place is still Jacob Hamlin at the top of your screen, followed by Brady Begin.
Got 100 left, sitting at 7:58.46. He's been holding 26. That's 8 under. So he may break 8:50. We'll see how that goes.
8:45.11 is the meet record. Again, that was by Matthew Hirschberger back in 2015, Joe. That's held for quite a while. All right, there's the bell lap.
And he can get home in 24.99 to go under 8:50. We'll see.
Well, I know he went out in a 23, so he is capable of it. Now, whether he is at the end of 8,000, we'll see.
Well, we know that a couple people in this world could do it. Bobby Fink can do it.
Bobby Fink can do a lot of things at the end of the race, Joe. Here he comes. And he is going to touch in 25.44. He touched in 8:50.44. His coach looks happy with that swim. And then followed by Sean Green going in 8:55.64. And then Matthew Marsteiner running in third at 8:57.43. Jacob Hamlin, top of the pool, going 9:04.96. And coming in fifth is a 9:11.80 for Brady Begin. Sam Marsteiner. We had a pair of brothers there as well, Joe. I didn't see it. Coming in sixth. Followed by Bryce Roy, seventh. And then Patrick Broderick coming in eighth. I didn't notice that we had 2 swimmers from Wave, either cousins or brothers. So, Joe, how does that stand up for this morning's swims?
So the top 4 there are the top 4. And then Ryan Nunez from this morning with his 9:07.97 takes the 5th place.
All right. Well, congratulations, gentlemen. Joe, we are now moving on to the women's 100-yard freestyle. Now, we are starting with our E final. We had 4 finals advancing, going from slowest to fastest. So this is our slowest qualifying time, but I can't say slowest, Joe, because they beat out a whole bunch of people this morning. But behind the blocks, we have Adeline Cloutier from, are we ready for it? All right, Adeline Cloutier from Tampa Elite Aquatics. In lane 2, Amanda Bernard from Nova Virginia Aquatics. In lane 3, we have Andrea Dvorak from Rockville Mont. In lane 4, Tiana Linehan from NASA Wildcat Aquatics. In lane 5, Maddie Reynolds, Windermere Lakers. In lane 6, we have Zuza Kresnicki from Academy Bullets Swim Club. And lane 7, Libby McCarthy from Adina Swim Club. And lane 8, we have Amy Quinn from Rockville Mont.
So Amanda Bernard there in lane 2 just got out of the mile 10 minutes ago. So she is doing the quick turnaround double here, lane 2.
All right, and they are in the water. Our top qualifier for this particular heat is Tiana Linehan with a 51.46. They are flipping pretty even, though, right now. And it looks like it was lane 2, Amanda Bernard, flipping first in that last. No, that's not right. Sorry, I have my glasses.
It is a dead heat, really. Lanes 1 and then 3 through 8. Pretty much it's going to come down to the last stroke. We'll see. It looks like lane 5 here.
Getting ready to touch in. And it is lane 5. And that is Maddie Reynolds touching in with a 50.96, followed by, I'm having a look at the board for it, Tiana Linehan for second place, followed by Adeline Cloutier for third place. Congratulations, lady. Behind the blocks, we do have our Heat 2. Olivia Safarikova from NASA Wildcat Aquatics in lane 1. Lane 2 is Naomi Bogholm from Charles River Aquatics. In lane 3, Francesca Smith from Lake Country Swim Team. In lane 4, Hayden Schossel from Rockwood Swim Club. Lane 5 is Cornelia Fox from Condor Swim Club. Lane 6, Riley Arisman from Windermere Lakers. In lane 7, Gracie Colvin from McGuire Aquatics. In lane 8, Kit Schneider from Hinsdale Swim Club. Ladies are in the water.
So this morning, the entire heat is 51.14 to 51.35. 2 tenths separate the entire heat, so it should be another last stroke finish. And Riley there in lane 6 is taking it out pretty quickly. And she has been, this is her third meet. She went to Flags, which is our Junior Olympics, and went to Senior Champs, and here she is.
Looks like Naomi Bogholm, and though in lane 2 is our leader in that last heat with a 24.18.
Riley's going to win this one as well. 13 years old, lane 6. 49.85. It's a good swim for a 13-year-old girl.
All right, so that was Riley Arisman finishing first. Coming in second was Kit Schneider. Third, Naomi Bogholm. And then fourth, Francesca Smith. We had a tie also with Cornelia Fox. The two ladies touched in together both at 50.81. All right, Joe, our third heat is behind the blocks. This is our C final. And this is in lane 1, Campbell Chase from Core Swimming. Lane 2 is Reese Tiltman from Elm Brooks Swim Club. Lane 3 is Carly Meeting from New Albany Aquatic Club. Lane 4 is Sarah Eliason from Rockville Mont. Lane 5, Lainey Mullins from Suburban Seahawks Club. Lane 6, Sarah Paisley Owen from Metro Atlantic Aquatic Club. Lane 7, Lucy Walker from BGC North, Westchester Marlins. And then in lane 8, Ella Antonuski from Waukesha Express Swim Team.
So 3.5 tenths separate the field. Amazing. Very, very fast meet. I'm super excited to be here because it's great stuff.
I love to see the sportsmanship at the end of each lane. They have teammates standing there cheering them on. And again, we have a dead heat coming towards, and it looks like flipping first was lane 1, bottom of your screen, and that is Campbell Chase with 23.76.
You know, the 100 free and the 50 free, they're such intense races. Everything's got to go right. The start, the underwaters, the breakout, the turns. the finish. Everything has to work to get better at what you're doing and to beat people. So it's rough. Lane 1 down here, Bess.
Yep, that is Campbell Chase maintaining that lead. She touched in at 49.48, followed by Ella Antonuski on the other end of the pool in lane 8. And then third was Carly Meeting. Congratulations, ladies. That wraps up our C final, Joe. Going to our B final, also known as our consolations. And here we go. In lane 1, we have Lily Galt Abdullah from Team Greenville. Lane 2 is Becky Brents, Academy Bullet Swim Club. Lane 3 is Marie Landreneau from City of Lafayette Aquatics. Lane 4, Elle Scott from Nova Virginia Aquatics. Lane 7, Tyler Driscoll from Eclipse Aquatics. Lane 6, Emma Kern from Aquajet Swim Team. Lane 7, Elizabeth Tilt from Gold. And lane 8, Josie Connolly from Ole Swimming. Joe, I see the word futures by all of these. All of these ladies have already qualified for futures, so they are hoping to move up and maybe qualify for the Junior Nationals. The qualifying time for that is 49.69.
So far, the previous winner, achieved that cut.
All right, and going first in this one was Tyler Driscoll, flipping with a 23.62. No, I apologize. Josie Connolly with a 23.50 down all the way in lane 8, flipped first. And it looks like she may be able to get in first. Oh, no. Emma Kern touching first with a 49.50, followed by Elizabeth Tilt, 49.53. And then swimming third was Tyler Driscoll, middle of the pool, lane 5, 49.83.
All right, so we have the big final for the ladies 100 free, and we will be tossing to Mike Greenwell here.
All right. You ready to do the introductions?
And here we go. Top seeded time was 48.66 from this morning. Lane 8 was the slowest time with a 49.93. We'll see what happens here. All good walls. You got to stay under those waves most of the time. Lane 2, huge underwaters. Propelled her to second here. Going into the 50. 22.85 for Camille Spink in the middle of the pool. She is still leading. Huge underwater. Here comes lane 5, lane 2. Also Haley staying under. But Camille Spink will win this. 48.21. Second place, Caroline Larson. 48.54. And then Aspen Gersper, the 8th qualifier from St. Andrews, 48.94. Great swim from her. She's from here in Florida as well. Wow, good swims all around there. All right, that will do it for the ladies 100 freestyle. Again, Camille Spink from NCAP winning with a 48.21. All right, we're moving on to the men's 100 freestyle. And we have 5 heats of that. The record is by Hudson Williams from New Albany, 43:32. National qualifying time is 42:89. Summer juniors, 44:39. Futures, 46:49. Here we go. Max Goetsch in lane 1. Ian Malone in 2. Jason Ross in 3. Connor McHugh in 4. Matt Rose in 5. Matthew Peltler in 6. Tristan Bonnet-Imard in 7. And Jack Fullman in lane 8. Out in 21:99, Connor McHugh from the middle of the pool. Very tight race between the entire field. Also, Max Goetsch from lane 1 is also having a great out, 21:90. So here they come down the stretch. Lane 1 may have a hand lead. Yes, and here he comes. Lane 1 wins it, 45:83. Came home in a 23:92. And there they are. Max, Ian, Connor, Matt, both Matthews, Jason, Jack, and Tristan. Great results for the E final.
All right, we're now ready for our D final. In lane 1, we have Trevor Hudson from Stingrays swim team. Lane 2, Tyler Hansen from Lake Country swim team. Lane 4, Chris Lawson from NCAP. Lane 5, Jacob Hamlin from Highlander Aquatic Club. Lane 6, Max Lestina from Nassau Wildcat Aquatics. Lane 6, Chase Faulds from St. Andrews. Lane 8, Nicholas Arndt from Rockville Mont. And lane 8 is Tucker Lambert, New Albany Aquatics.
So there's Jacob again, Jacob Hamlin there in lane 4. He just literally got out of the mile.
No, the 1,000.
I mean the 1,000. What, 8 minutes ago?
Jacob is our top seed for this particular heat with the 45.72, but Joe, they're all 45s in this heat. Again, it's a very close heat.
Yeah, very close coming here to the wall. Probably will all flip at 21. And yes, all 21s, 2 22s there in the middle.
Very, very fast flipping.
Lane 8 though, out there.
Maybe Chase Faulds from St. Andrews flipped first, but they're all about the same. Let's see if them coming into the
Tucker
wall.
Lambert out there is trying to hang on. In lane 2 also Tyler Hansen. Tyler Hansen wins it, 45-44.
He's followed by, no, it was a tie. Chase Faulds and Tyler Hansen, they tied for that heat. Followed by Tucker Lambert, third, and then Jacob Hanlon, our 1,000 swimmer, coming in fourth. All right, Joe, let's head to our C final. In at lane 1, we have Owen Watkins from Rockville Mont. Lane 2, William Savarese from Core Swimming. Lane 3 is William McClellan from Gator Swim Club out of New England, Nebraska. Any? It's not correct. It's not Gator Swim Club up in Gainesville, though. Lane 4 is Nian Levy from Condors Swim Club. Lane 5 is H.T. Traggle III from NCAP. Lane 6 is Charlie Eglin from Aquajet Swim Team. Lane 7, Logan Robinson from GPAC. And lane 8, Andrew Gilbert from Hinsdale Swim Club.
Again, 45-47 was the top seed. 45-71 was the 8th seed. So we're separated by 0.3 of a second here.
And it looks like the race is at the far end of the pool. Perhaps lane 7 flipping first. That is Logan Robinson at 21.43.
Just too close to call. I mean, everyone, there's about 3 guys that can win this thing right now, but it looks like lane 7, Logan Robinson coming in from GPAC.
Yeah, he's going to win by a half body length. He's going to touch it at 44.71. A really good time. Followed by, they changed it too quickly for me, so I'm going to look at the scoreboard. Followed by
HT,
and then Charlie Eglin. They're all at the far end of the pool. All right, Joe, we're now ready for our B final. Our consolation finals are behind the blocks. In lane 1, we have Henry Webb from Aquajet Swim Team. Lane 2 is Ryan Hefford of Nova Virginia Aquatics. Lane 3 is Ryan Arisman, also swam the 1,000 earlier, Windermere Lakers. Lane 4 is Noah Dyer from Machine Aquatics. Lane 5 is Nolan Dunkel from Arlington Aquatic Club. Lane 6 is Ryan Graham from Machine Aquatics. Lane 7, Sam Calder from Stingray Swim Team. And in Lane 8, Elliot Weisel from Rockets.
So the spread is 44.99 to 45.39 here. 0.4 of a second.
And we had a huge underwater right there in the middle of the pool from... that is Nolan Dunkel.
And Elliot Weisel went out in 21.43. And he's from Rockets in Florida, which I think is Roco, which is Melbourne, or actually Rockledge and Cocoa.
All right, well, we're going to see if those underwaters paid off.
Oh! Lane 5.
And it does for Nolan Duncan. He touches in at 44.76. Second is Ryan Arisman with a 44.81. Third, Ryan Hefford for a 44.99. All right, Joe, we're ready for our big final.
All right, we're going to toss over to the house announcer, Mike Greenwell.
And our championship finalists in the gentlemen's 100 freestyle taking block number 1, Inspire Swim Team, Nathaniel German-Prez. At block number 2, it's InCaps, Josh Howitt. At block number 3, Utica Shelby Swim Club, Devin Dilger. The top qualifier at lane number 4, New Albany Aquatics, Hudson Williams. Scotty Buff, our chief agitator in lane number 5, the Greater Toledo Aquatic Club is where he works out. Luke Bedsole at block number 6, Huntsville Swim Association. Stingrays at block number 7, Kyle Peck. At block number 8, St. Andrew Aquatics, Lucas Bailey. And the next heat going to be the next event, the ladies 200 backstroke swimmers taking ownership of the starting blocks. Andrea Dworak at block number 1, Isabel Barger at 2, L.A. Joyce at block number 3, 4 is Catherine Tang, Lainey Jones at block number 5, Gloria Kang at 6, Tierney Lenahan at 7, and Sophia Brueggemann at block number 8. And the splits 20-20-20. Busting loose on the way back home. Look out. Hudson Williams taking the tag 42.54 for Williams. That second tag in by Scotty Buff. And Scotty tags in 42.94. The third tag in, Nathaniel German-Prez at 43.7 and some change.
Powerful the underwaters are. I mean, it is definitely the fifth stroke, definitely something that kids should learn at a young age.
All right, well, congratulations, gentlemen. What a speedy 100 free that was. We're now changing over to our 200 backstroke. So a little bit longer race. These will take about 2 minutes to swim. In lane 1, and this again is our E final. In lane 1, we have Andrea Dworak from Rockville Mont. Lane 2, Isabel Barger from Rocket Aquatics. Lane 3, Allie Joyce from Excel Aquatics. Lane 4 is Catherine Tang from Ollie Swimming. Lane 5 is Lane Jones from CCA Marlins. Lane 6 is Gloria Kwong from Arlington Aquatic Club. Lane 7 is Tierney Linehan from NASA Wildcat Aquatics. And lane 8, Sophia Brugman from Elms Brooks Swim Club. All right, Joe, they are off. We're swimming the 200 back. Is there any particular strategy for the 200 back?
So I have a few 200 backstrokers on our team, the Blue Dolphins, and what they like to do is even split it. It seems to be more comfortable for them to even split it. They'll go out in a 59 and come back in a 59. It's a little different than maybe a 200 freestyle, but they like to even split it.
All right, well, Isabel Barger going out with a 27.91. She is leading the pack, but not by much, Joe. It's all pretty close.
The meet record was set way back in 2014, 149.85 by Dynamo. And the national cuts 154.09. The summer juniors 157.69 and futures 204.99. All these girls have got futures cuts.
And we are still, Joe, really, really close on this. Flipping first with a 58.45. That is Allie Joyce from Excel. Middle of your pool, as a reminder to our viewers at home, lane 1 is at the bottom of your screen. Lane 8 is at the top of your screen. If you're just joining us, we're doing the women's 200 back. This is our E-final in the pool.
You know, one of the things they strive to do in a 200 is keep that same tempo, the arm speed for the entire 200, not let it go all over the place. So like I say 1.4, 1.5, 1.3 tempo every time the right hand enters.
Ellie Joyce is maintaining that tempo, going 129.87. She is still in the lead. Joe, we've got a new backstroke finish. Do you think we'll see it tonight?
I'm sure we will see the new backstroke finish tonight. It came out 3 days ago, and I'll explain that in a minute.
All right, so guys, if you are a regular viewer swimming at home, let's see if you all can tell any differences. As of right now, I don't.
Not quite yet, but there it is. The winner of that one is Tierney Linehan, 159.97, a couple of second drop from this morning, so great job there.
Followed by Catherine Tang, and then we have actually a tie, Gloria Kwong, and then Allie Joyce. All right, Heat 2, jumping in the water now. We have Sam Schoenburn from St. Andrews Aquatics. Lane 2 is Mia Buff from Greater Toledo Aquatic Club. Lane 3, Olivia Safarikova from NASA Wildcat Aquatics. Lane 4 is Hope Shimming from New Albany Aquatic Club. Lane 5 is Livia Venditti from Rockville Mont. Lane 6 is Nadia Thomas from NCAP. Lane 7, Jilly McNamara from Academy Bullet Swim Club. And Lane 8, Laura Arciniegas from a Condors Swim Club.
All right, so let's talk about the finish. The finish that came out worldwide 3 days ago was when the head passes the flags at the finish, they can go under and dolphin kick the rest of the way. So one of the reasons that came about was basically kids were going under and touching and doing a butterfly kick, and sometimes they would get disqualified, sometimes not. It was basically based on the official. So now they just decided, hey, you know what? We're going to change it up a little bit. When they head passes the flags, they can get at it underwater.
So we'll see if Olivia Vendetti maintains that lead. She was at 27.85 last lap. Let's see what she is this time. And she is maintaining that, going to 57.94. So, Joe.
So we could see some records drop based on that. I timed it in practice with a couple of kids the other day, and it saved 0.6 of a second.
So, Joe, when a governing body decides to make a change, is it FINA? Is it USA Swimming? Who dictates the change of swimming?
FINA did it, and then USA Swimming, I guess, followed right away, or they did it at the same time. And it all happened, like I said, a few days ago. And
we've had a lane change. Jilly McNamara flipping at 128.55. She is leading over Nadia Thomas and Livia Venditti.
So none of these girls broke 2 minutes this morning, but we will probably have a few here, it looks like. I mean, they're doing pretty good. Lane 6 should definitely have a nice shot at getting under 2 minutes.
And touching in first, that is 1:57.87. That's Nadia Thomas. Followed by Jilly McNamara, and then running third, Mia Buff, down at the bottom of your screen in lane 2.
Also the 200 backstroke. I know we're going on to the C final here, but it's so taxing on the legs. So these girls are going to really, really be taxed because they had the 200 back this morning, legs, heavy on the legs. Tonight, heavy on the legs. So we'll see how they do as the meet progresses.
All right, in lane 1, we have Skylar Bruner from Hilton Head Aquatics. Lane 2 is Lauren O'Connor from Academy Bullets Swim Club. Lane 3 is Faith Johnson, swimming unattached. Lane 4 is Maisie Paradas from Verona Area Swim Team. Lane 5 is Frances Muir from Medina Swim Club. Lane 6 is Danka Ndebusi from Columbia Swimming. Lane 7 is Elle Noker from Twist. And lane 8 is Emery DeGunther from Nova Virginia Aquatics. And it looks like in the lead for this first lap, flipping first, is going to be Faith Johnson going at 27.63.
A lot of good swims so far. Lanes 1 through 4, pretty tight racing. They all look great. Good head position. Good body roll. Staying under the waves going in. That's very important in the 200 backstroke.
So is the order of events the same at every meet? Or, for example, at other meets there might be the 200 back on a different day?
Yeah, they're all different because, this meet's a longer meet in terms of days. Some are compact 3 days. The Tier Pro Series is 3 days. So it just depends on how many days of the meet and time-wise each session finishing about the same time.
That's why you were mentioning it'll be interesting to see how their bodies hold up having swum the 200.
Because this is a longer program compared to like a 3-day meet.
Got it. All right. Getting ready to come in.
And 150 left sitting at 127.62 is Faith Johnson in lane 3. Just went 30 point on that. She comes back in another 30 flat. She goes 157.
Maisie Paradas coming in at 128.30, right in a lane next to her. Lane 3 and 4.
And here she comes. Here she comes. I still think Faith has got this in the bag. We'll see. And still all good finishes. 157.50 for Faith Johnson.
Followed by Maisie Paradas, 159.22. And then Elle Noker, 159.13. Congratulations, ladies. Moving on to our B final, our consolation final. They're already behind the blocks. Lexi Cook is in lane 1 at the bottom of your screen from Rockwood Swim Club. Lane 2 is Gwen Frick from NCAP. Lane 3 is Sydney Shoke from Rockwood Swim Club. Lane 4 is Laurel Blaze from Gold. Lane 5 is Katie McCarthy from Medina Swim Club. Lane 6 is Cornelia Fox from Condor Swim Club. Lane 7 is Sadie Murphy from Academy Bullet Swim Club. And lane 8, Isabella Budnick from Condors Swim Club. All right, Joe, ladies are off. Top seed in this particular heat is Laurel Blaze from Gold, 157.06, but I see a few other 157s in there.
So Katie McCarthy, who swam the 1650 this morning, also swam the 2-back this morning, and there she is in lane 5. Very busy day for her. Went 157.17 this morning. So she's going to definitely have some good sleeping tonight going on for sure.
Well, flipping first, it is Gwen Frick with a 27.14.
As you see, as we move down to these faster ladies, these are all 157s, 158s. You look at the arm tempo and the underwaters. You see a little bit further on the underwaters. You also see the faster tempo on the arms. So,
how common is it for a swimmer to be a distance swimmer in freestyle as well as, I know this isn't really a distance event, but it really is because it is the longest of the backstroke.
The way I feel, because I'm a coach as well, The way I feel is if you train all the strokes and you train very hard daily, day in and day out, and you've been a swimmer for a long time and developed strokes, I think you could be good at really anything. So that's the way I believe. But
well, in the pool right now, we've got a great battle between Frick and Blaze. Lanes 2 and 4 flipping there, followed closely by Sydney Shoke in lane 3. But right now the nod is going to Gwen Frick.
Yeah, she's doing great there in lane 2, 30 flat the last 50. She could go 155 here. That'd be nice. That'd be a great swim there, lane 2.
That would be a Junior Nats qualifying time.
Summer Juniors, which is very nice.
Here they come. That's your top 3. Finishing first, Gwen Frick with a 156.90, followed by Laura Blaze, 157.41, followed by Sydney Shoek from 157.66.
Nice Summer Junior Nat time for her.
Congratulations, ladies. We are now getting ready for our A final. Joe, here come our finalists.
All right, here we go. Mike Greenwell, take it away.
And good to go. The top 8 times posted this morning. They're back tonight in the championship final heat. Emma Kern at block number 1 for the Aqua Jets. TNT swimming at block number 2. Lavinia Sim. Lexi Stevens at block number 3. Poseidon swimming. Maggie Wanezek at block number 4. The top qualifier. Team Greenville, our top agitator, chief agitator, should I say, Leela Bogner. At block number 6, it's Campbell Stoll of Elmbrook Swim Club. Aqua Jets at block number 7, Grace Rabb. And Kate Hodum at block number 8 from Nova of Virginia. Ladies championship finalists for the 200 backstroke.
All right, Joe, our ladies are in the water. Our top time is, I have no idea because I got to grab my glasses.
154.10 from this morning. They're all summer junior time standards this entire heat. So a lot of speed here. Again, the record is 149.85. Don't know if that's going to be taken care of. But we will check and see if the 154.09, the Phillips 66 national time standard, gets beat.
Maggie Wanzek and Lila Bogner right in the middle of the pool, lanes 4 and 5. Both went a 154 this morning, Joe. Right now, though, we're pretty close.
Maggie missed the cut by 1/100th this morning. Let's see if she can get it tonight.
Well, right now, Maggie just flipped at 26.47. You know she's got to be hungry for that cut.
Looks real smooth.
Lily went out with 26.99.
Backstroke. Very nice underwaters. Just looks real comfortable. Not really pressing too hard. Not a lot of splash. Just looks really easy for her.
Already ahead by almost a body length, Joe. She is now flipping at 154.74. I'm sorry, 54.74.
The cut should be easy for her going out in 54.7. She should probably, I bet we'll see a 152 here. Maybe 151 if she gets real excited at the end.
It looks like Lila also has that second spot nailed down, followed by Campbell Stoll. We'll see if she maintains that third position, but she's got some competition from Lavinia Sim.
She is even splitting it. We're going to see a 150 here, which is going to be really, really awesome. The actual cut, I mean, the record is 149.85. Good possibility here. We may see it.
All right. That record was set by Kylie Stewart back in 2014. So it's
look at her
for
legs.
A long time.
Her legs are in it. Her tempo's picked up a little bit. We'll see.
She has increased to a body and a half lead over the competition.
150, 80, 63. Heck of a swim there.
Lila Bogner was second, followed by Campbell Stoll third, and there's the results on your screen. 150.63, Joe.
Heck of a swim.
I want to thank you all for joining us. You're watching the NCSA Spring Swimming Championships here in Orlando, Florida. You've got Joe and Bess Auer making the calls for you tonight.
Making the calls. And in their 20th year, this is a 20-year thing NCSA started.
That's a big deal.
Big deal.
That's a Big deal. All right, we are moving on to event 6. This is the men's 200-yard backstroke, Joe. The E final is in the pool. In lane 1, we have Joey Stebbins from Motor City Aquatics. Lane 2, Christian Wester from Huntsville Swim Association. Lane 3, Thomas Duncan from NCAP. Lane 4, Suburban Seahawks Club from Zach Oswald from Suburban Seahawks Club. Lane 5 is Michael Zhao from NCAP. Lane 6 is Jiaoru from Zhu from Aquajet Swim Team. Lane 7 is Chase Dye from Core Swimming. And Lane 8, Max Buff from Greater Toledo Aquatic Club. And I apologize.
You're the name guru.
No,
right there.
I'm getting tripped up on some names. I apologize to all the parents whose children's names I just
But
buried
you were
alive.
an English teacher for 18 years or something.
In lane 3, Thomas Duncan flipping at 25.19. He is our lead swimmer right now. You know what I learned as a teacher, Joe?
That.
Whatever pronunciation you first go with, you stick with.
Stick with it even though it could be totally wrong.
Well, you're just going to brutalize it even more if you try and correct it. All right, lane 3, and that is Thomas Duncan. That one I can say 52.37. But, Joe, he's not leading by much.
He's got about a half body length on the field. Everyone's 52, 53, 154 there, 154.3. So very good swims here in the first round. Everybody was 151.49 or better.
Meet record was set by John Conger back in 2013. It's a 140.05. Junior national cuts are 147.99. Most people are going to be chasing that in this heat, it looks like. So 147.99 would be a really great swim from any of them.
Of course, Jack Conger, who has the record at 140, was an Olympian, so good stuff there.
John Conger?
He goes by Jack.
He does. Just making sure it was the same Conger. All right, we've got a race, Joe. Lane 8 and lane 3. That was Thomas Duncan taking lead over Max Buff, followed by Michael Zhao.
Good drops from this morning. As we move on to Heat 2.
Our D final. In lane 1, we have Dylan Ferguson from Metro Aquatic Club in Miami. Lane 2, Tyler Bardak from Fox Valley Swim Team. Lane 3 is Finn Bacon from NCAP. Lane 4 is Ambrose Barzak from St. Andrews Aquatic Club. Lane 5, Ryan Slonak from Waukesha Express Swim Team. Lane 6 is Aiden Jacobs of Nova Virginia Aquatics. Lane 7, Ator Reese Igor from St. Andrews Aquatic Club. And lane 8, Charlie Mayer of Nova Virginia Aquatics. Joe, our top seed in this heat is Ambrose from St. Andrews. It's a 148.45, but there's a lot of 148s in this heat.
It's another tight heat, 48.45 to 49.40. I mean, we're only talking about 9/10 for a 200 backstroke between 8 guys. It's going to be a nice race.
So, Joe, I hope you're keeping an Eagle Eye watch for the new underwater finish to see if any swimmers...
I've been looking. I haven't seen one yet.
You know, how hard is it for a swimmer to change, though, in a matter of days, their finish or their stroke? I imagine it would be a little difficult.
You know, I don't think it's going to be too bad.
By the way, touching out first, that one was Tyler Bardak with a 25.09. No, sorry. Dylan Ferguson with a 24.93. Lane 1, bottom of your screen.
Athletes that are really good at underwaters, they'll probably love it. So we'll see as we get faster here if anybody decides to try it. Probably if you're in a big enough lead, they would try it. If it's a close race, then you don't know, right? You've never done it in competition before, so you don't know.
So Dylan Ferguson still with that lead at a 52.52, followed closely by Ryan Slonak up in lane 5.
Lane 5 looks like he's starting to take over a little bit.
Finn Bacon is also running closely in there.
Finn Bacon.
And Ryan Slonak.
Is it Phoebe Bacon's brother?
Ryan touching him first at that one, 119.80. This whole heat, though, Joe, as you can see right there on the screen, is pretty darn close. Lane 2, and that is Tyler Bardak trying to pull back. I don't know if he's got enough pull. And then we have
Lane 5,
and Ambrose following pretty close. Those are going to be your top three. But it's going to be Ryan Slonak touching in first with a 146.42, followed by Tyler Bardak, 147.65, and then Ambrose Barjak, 147.69. And boy, Tyler Bardak was really happy with that swim, Joe.
Well, he just got the Summer Junior Nat Cut.
And that's why. Fantastic.
Again, the Junior Nat Cut, the Summer Juniors, which is faster than the Winter Juniors, is 147.99, and he just got that. So great. And also, Ryan also got the cut.
Congratulations, gentlemen. We're moving on to our C final. This is our third heat of the men's 200 backstroke. In lane 1, we have Jackson Tischler from NCAP. Lane 2, Tyler Whitaker from Machine Aquatics. Lane 3 is Andrew Bowles from NCAP. Lane 4 is Max Haney from Ole Swimming. Lane 5 is Eli Brawlin from Rockets. Lane 6 is Evan Mackesy from Rockville Mont. Lane 7 is Brady Johnson from FMC Aquatic. In lane 8 is Quinn Collins from Rise Aquatic Club.
They are moving this meet right along. It's on turbo, isn't it?
Yes.
I mean, they're moving it along. Very organized, very fast.
They're keeping the timeline as it should be. Speaking of fast, Joe, check this out in the pool. I believe it is going to be lane 8 on the far side of your screen, top of your screen. Quinn Collins touching in first with a 24.86.
Getting the TV time. Getting the TV time.
He was followed by Brady Johnson, who won a 24.98. And then down at the bottom of your screen, lane 2, Tyler Whitaker was a 24.89. Those are your top three right now. And it looks like they're going to be the top three again at this flip.
51.99 on the way out for Tyler Whitaker
Yes,
from Machine Aquatics.
Fastest right now in the pool right there in lane 2. He's got some competition, though, from Andrew Bowles from NCAP in lane 3, Joe.
Good underwaters by these guys. Really, it's going to come down to the last two turns here.
We still have a good race. Lane 7 and 8 also holding on.
There it is.
119 from Tyler Whitaker, followed by Evan Mackesy and Brady Johnson and Quinn Collins.
All right, let's see who can kick out the furthest here. That's about what it's going to be. There it is, lane 3.
Tyler Whitaker.
Check for the finish.
Oh, no, Andrew Bowles. Sorry, Andrew Bowles in lane from NCAP. There he is. Andrew Bowles from NCAP, 146.69.
Another Summer Juniors cut.
Followed by Tyler Whitaker and then Brady Johnson. That rounds out your top three for our third heat in the men's 200 backstroke.
The first 4 there all got their Summer Juniors cut, so that's awesome for those guys.
Congratulations, gentlemen. Moving on to our B final. This is our consolation final. Getting ready to jump in the water. In lane 1, we have Thomas Farney of Nova Virginia Aquatics. Lane 2, Manoli Mountain Tanakis from Long Island Aquatic Club. Lane 3 is Devin Norris from Nova Virginia Aquatics. Lane 4 is James Benison from New Wave Swim Team. Lane 5 is Martin Parasinski from Long Island Aquatic Club. Lane 6 is Miskowski from Academy Bullets Swim Club. And lane 8 is his teammate Evan Conti. And lane 8 is Stuart Seymour from Elms Brooks Swim Club.
Better you than me on those names. That was a good job, Bess.
Again, apologies to all the parents out there cringing over my name, my pronunciation.
So lane 8, quick lead out there, out by himself. Nice, long, easy swimming. Flips at 24.41. Stuart Seymour looks really comfortable over there.
Followed by James Benison and Martin Parasinski and Manoli Mountain Tanakis. They all went out in 24. Joe, look how close this is.
It's a very close race. And, as it tightens up, the entire heat is only separated by less than a second. 146.77 this morning to 147.67 for 8th place.
It looks like Shimon Miskowski, 51.03. He flipped first down there in lane 6. And it looks like he is only lengthening his lead.
He's time to go. He's negative split in the two back for sure.
Scheinman is now ahead by almost a body length. He went a 26.78, Joe, in that last 50.
Yeah, he's feeling pretty good. He's taking off. But here comes the field.
I love seeing all the teammates down there cheering. They're in the light blue.
Lane 8 still hanging on over there.
That's Academy Bullets Swim Club, lanes 6 and 7. And it was Niskowski finishing first with a 1:45.72, followed by Stuart Seymour and then Middle Lane Mountain Tanakis for your top three. Congratulations, gentlemen. All right, Joe, we are now to our A final.
Everyone in that heat got their summer junior cut, which is awesome.
Congratulations, gentlemen. We're going to now send it over
to Mike Greenwell.
And here they are, the famous swimmers from this morning's preliminaries, the top 8. In lane number 1, that's Nova of Virginia Aquatics, Nathan Zabata. Joshua Fisher at block number 2, Poseidon Swimming. The Stingrays in lane number 3 with Kyle Peck. Adriano Ariati in the hot seat tonight for Rockville Montgomery, our lead tag from this morning. Our chief agitator, the guy that mixes everybody up, Arlington Aquatics, Simon Bermudez in lane number 5. J.T. Schmidt in lane 6 for Nation's Capital. Nova of Virginia Crash Ackerley at block number 7. Toby Barnett at block number 8, Rockville Montgomery.
All right, Joe, our top seed is Adriano Arioti from Rockville Mont, 143.70. But guess who else went with 143 this morning? That's Simon Bermudez from Arlington Aquatic Club.
Everyone had their race face on when they walked by. They were all ready to go. All great starts there. All of them 15 meters, 15-meter kick out. You see a big difference between this heat and the other heats on that type of stuff right there. Look at this. Look at this underwater. Amazing. 5 guys all going the distance.
And coming to the wall, we have pretty much a dead heat in the middle of the pool, but flipping first, J.T. Schmidt with a 24.53, but Adriano, 24.37, lane 4. And it looks like Adriano is going to keep that lead almost by a half body length more as he comes to the wall. Flipping this time with a 49.90. He went a 25.53 in the last 50.
Wow, he's going to be roughly at 140, 141 if he keeps his speed. We'll see. I mean, the record again from Jack Conger is 140.05, set way back in 2013, Bess.
Well, full body length lead is what Adriano has on the rest of the field right now.
Here comes Kyle Peck.
Kyle Peck flipping at 117. Adriano at 115. The race is going to be for who gets third place.
It's going to be close here. He's going to go 140. If he can get home, we'll see a 140.
Jack Conger went a 140.05 back in 2013. Will he beat it?
141.66, came home in a 26 flat. That is super speedy.
Kyle Peck placed second with a 143.11, and then third goes to Simon Bermudez with a 144.18. Congratulations, gentlemen. Speedy heat, Joe.
With that 141.66, he achieved his summer senior national cuts.
So we're going for the 50-yard butterfly. We'll talk in a few minutes about the difference between the times between junior and senior. Look at the celebration, Joe, there in the middle. I love it. I love the sportsmanship. They knew it was a fast time.
That was cool. That was really cool to see.
Yep. Congratulations, gentlemen. You know, swimming really does
So
have some
hard.
great sportsmanship.
Swimming is so hard.
You know, when your competitor has done a great swim. Absolutely. All right. We are now transitioning to event 7, the women's 50-yard butterfly. I'm going to go quickly.
Dash for
Lane
cash.
1, Adeline Claudio from Tampa Elite. Lane 2, Izzy Boo from St. Charles Swim Team. Lane 3, Abby Chan from Huntsville Swim. Lane 4, Mia Buff from Greater Toledo. Lane 5, Sarah Bolton from NASA Wildcats. Lane 6 is Rachel Conley from Arlington Aquatic. Lane 7, Audrey Olin from Elm Brooks. Lane 8 is Maggie Nowak from Reach Aquatics.
Tori Husk is the meet record, 22.96. Olympian Tori Husk.
It's just a down and back for our 50.
Back for cash.
And
24.82.
Sarah Bolton closing for the win. Lane 2, Audrey Olin, and then Mia Buff for the third place. There's the times right there on your screen. Moving on to Heat 2. In Lane 1, we have Alexia Sotomayor from St. Andrews. Lane 2 is Lexi Stevens from Poseidon Swimming. Lane 3, Sophia Brugman from Elm Brooks Swim Club. Lane 4, Ella Antonescu from Waukesha Express Swim Team. Lane 5 is Sarah Paisley Owen from Metro Atlantic. Lane 6 is Sophia George from Metro Aquatic Club Miami. Lane 7 is Clara Michella from York. And Lane 8, Catherine Tang from Ole Swimming.
Again, really, these girls are probably taking one breath or none and getting a quick breath on the wall. I've had a few girls in my lifetime do that, no problem, and they don't even think about it. They just don't breathe.
For the entire race.
For the entire race, yeah.
All right, we're coming under the
4
flags.
seconds.
Touching in first, Sarah Paisley Owen with a time of 24.93, followed by Catherine Tang and then Lexi Stevens at Poseidon Swimming. Moving on to Heat 3. Joe, we are just booking through.
We are moving along.
Heat 3 of the women's 50-yard butterfly. Allie Widuct from NCAP in Lane 1. Lane 2, Julia Saxman from Rocket Aquatics. Lane 3, Elizabeth Tilt from Gold. Lane 4, Grace Rabb from Aquajet Swim Team. Lane 5 is Amy Quinn from Rockville Mont. Lane 6 is Carly Meeting from New Albany Aquatics. Lane 7, Emily Roden from Novi Sturgeons. And in Lane 8, Elena Harrison from NCAP. Ladies are on the blocks. This is your C final in the 50 butterfly.
2:10 separates the entire field in this heat. So very, very tight. Looks like Lane 3, they're first, about 11-1. 11-1 at the 25. And here they go. It's still, 3 or 4 best into the finish.
Like it is Lane 3, Elizabeth Tilt for the win with a 24.41, followed by Grace Rabb and then Amy Quinn for your top 3 in the third heat. Joe, we're moving on to the B final. This is our consolation final. In Lane 1, we have Annabelle Winsel from Aquajets. Lane 2, Avery Hawker from Tampa Elite. Lane 3, Eloise Williamson from Core Swimming. Lane 4, Samantha Chan from Huntsville Swim Association. Lane 5 is Sarah Eliason from Rockville. Lane 6 is Tess Howley from Long Island Aquatic Club. Lane 7 is Caroline Larson from Box Jets. Lane 8 is Lily Mihawk from Blazing Barracudas.
I like that name, Blazing
I
Barracudas.
think that's an awesome name. All right, ladies are in the water. All swim in the 24s here. Should be a fast heat.
Yeah, 3:10 separates the entire field. All these fields are really close. And here we go. 10-8. 10-8 at the 25. So about 3/10 faster than the heat previous. And way up there in Lane 7, they have a hand lead, Bess.
Just barely, and she is going to touch in first. That's Caroline Larson.
Nope,
from
Lane 3.
Oh, my goodness. Eloise Williamson, congratulations from Core Swimming 24.03.
Snuck in there.
She did. Caroline Larson from Fox Jets second, and then Tess Halley from LIAC rounding out your top 3 in that
That's her
consolation
second event tonight.
final. All right, we're going to throw it to Mike for the A final.
And introducing our championship finalists for the ladies 50 butterfly in lane number 1, St. Andrews Aquatics down in Fort Lauderdale, Aspen Gersper. Lucy Thomas at block number 2 for Elmbrook Swim Club. Aqua Jets at block number 3, Emma Kern. Haley Tierney, the top qualifier from Lake Country Swim Team, Wisconsin in lane 4. Campbell Stahl in lane number 5 for Elmbrook Swim Club. TNT swimming in lane number 6 with Lavinia Sim. Ellie Scott in lane number 7, Nova of Virginia. Academy Bullets in lane number 8 with Becky Rentz.
All right, Joe. Haley Tierney is our top seed with a 24th
championship finalist, ladies 50 butterfly.
Only by a little bit over Campbell Stoll, who went a 24.01.
I think the question is how many people are going to break 24 here? And again, the record is 22.96 by Olympian Tori Husk.
Speedy swimming in the pool. Is this the first year they've offered this at this meet because we don't have a meet record yet?
Here we do. Tori Husk. 10-3 or 10-4.
Oh, I apologize. Yep, meet record.
Way out.
Here they come, Joe.
6 again. Oh, lane 5.
Campbell Stoll with a 23.54, followed by Lavinia Sim and then Emma Kern.
4 girls with a 23. Outstanding.
Congratulations, ladies. Speedy heat.
Close to the record.
Moving on to the men's 50-yard butterfly. This is event 8. In lane 1, we have Caleb Reno from Dayton Raiders. Lane 2, David Sapajanikov from Charles River. Lane 3, Drew Plouffe from Aqua Jets. Lane 4, Langston Duncan from Eagle Swim Team. Lane 5 is Drew Rosa from FMC Aquatic. Lane 6 is Sam Wolf from Verona Area Swim Team. Lane 7, Nick Lugo from Winchester. Lane 8 is Stuart Timmerman from NASA Wildcat.
So 22.86 to 23.13 separates the field, 0.2 of a second, actually less than 0.2. So a lot of fast racing tonight. Good underwaters there by lane 4 by Langston Duncan. Looks like he's going to take the win here, Bess. 22.43 for the win. Second place, Nick Lugo. 22.89. Third is David.
Yeah, let's hear you pronounce it.
I can't. Sapo, I don't know.
Nikoff.
There you go, 22.93.
Congratulations, gentlemen. Moving on to our D final, Heat 2 of the men's 50-yard butterfly. Aiden Music from NASA is in lane 1. Lane 2 is Owen Watkins from Rockville. Lane 3 is Valerio Banuglia from St. Andrews. Lane 4 is Ryan Nunez from Long Island Express. Lane 5 is H.T. Tragle from NCAP. Lane 6 is Nicholas Arndt from Rockville Mont. Lane 7 is Jaden Gamila from Hinsdale Swim Club. And lane 8 is Lance Johnson from Elmbrook Swim Club.
Another 50 with 2:10 separation between everybody. Great starts. Everyone's going 15 meters. Everyone's popping up there at the right mark. 9-9 on the way out for pretty much everyone. Lane 7 up last, and he may have a slight lead going into the finish here.
Wow.
Ryan Nunez, 22.39.
Owen Watkins coming in second, and then Jaden Gamilia running out the top 3 in that Heat 2.
There you go, Bess. Ryan Nunez, 50 fly, a drop-dead sprint, and he also swam the mile today.
Burning the candle at both ends.
So did HT.
Congratulations, gentlemen. That's quite an evening. We are now to our C final, Heat 3. Joshua Fisher from Poseidon in lane 1. Devin Norris is from Nova in 2. William McClellan from Gator Swim Club in 3. Ryan Hefford of Nova in 4. Diego Balby from St. Andrews in 5. Isaac Basler from Eclipse Aquatics in 6. Aiden Musso from FMC in 7. And Jordan Kelly from NCAP in 8.
Looks like 2/10 on all these are separating the entire field, which is outstanding. Out and about 9-7. 9-7 going out, and the butterfly is crazy fast. And here we go. It looks like lane 8. Nope,
Lane
I was
5,
wrong.
Diego Balbi with a 21.95, followed by Ryan Hefford, and then Aiden Musso. Congratulations, gentlemen.
Lane 5, Diego Balbi. He is actually from Peru. He is a friend of one of my swimmers.
And a 21.95, so an excellent time.
5.
Moving on to the A. Nope. I'm ahead of final. Our
Consolation.
B final, our consolation final. In lane 1, we have Devin Doger from Utica. Shelby. In lane 2, we have Luke Bedsole from Huntsville. Lane 3 is Stuart Seymour from Elmbrook Swim Club. Lane 4 is Ryan Graham from Machine Aquatics. Lane 5 is Eamon Monahan from Gold's in Georgia. Simon Bermudez from Arlington Aquatic Club in 6. Lane 7 is Lucas Bailey from St. Andrews. In lane 8, Adriano Ariati from Rockville. We just saw Adriano swim
these
a
guys.
blazing swim time, just 200.
As
back.
well as Stuart Seymour.
Yep. So a lot of these are pulling double and triple duty, it seems.
Yes.
I guess double duty. They probably don't swim more than 2 events in a day.
And I'm seeing a lot of St. Andrews swimmers that I haven't seen before. So that's great stuff for those guys. Here we go.
All right, on the blocks, this is your consolation final. Top seed is Ryan Graham with a 22.09.
Record is 20.54 by Scott Buff. And he is in the next heat, so we'll see if he can break his own record of 20.54. Look at the underwaters there, Bess, in lane 5s and 6. And that's what did it for him, the underwater.
Looks like it is lane 5, Eamon Monahan, 21.72. Congratulations, Stuart Seymour and Ryan Graham, rounding out your top 3 in that consolation final.
So here we go with the final. We're going to toss it over to Mike.
And here they are, the top 8 in the gentlemen's 50 butterfly. Introducing our top 8, that's Caden Bowers in lane number 1, Eagle Swim Team. New Albany in lane number 2, Hudson Williams. At block number 3, it's Nation's Capital Chris Lawson. The top qualifier in lane number 4, Greater Toledo Aquatics, Scotty Buff. Block number 5, that's Chase Swearingen of New Albany. Block number 6 is Nolan Dunkel of Arlington Aquatic Club. FMC Aquatics at block number 7, Jeffrey Howe. And at block number 8, James Misto of the Gator Swim Club.
All right,
Gentlemen,
All right,
championship
we're going to see if
finals for the
Scotty
50
Buff can
butterfly.
break his own record of 20.54 also. Hudson Williams was a record breaker this morning, or today as well, actually only about 10 minutes ago, up there in lane 2.
We've got some speedy men in this final.
Wow, you see the blocks move on all that power. And here, let's see what they go out in. About a 9-2. 9-2 on the way out. Staying underwater for most of it. And here we go. Does he break his record?
And
20.59. Same time, a few hundreds away from his own record. Great swims by everybody. Look at the times there. 20.59 to 21.89.
I don't know. I
Great
think
times
we
by
saw
everybody.
record time there. I believe we.
All right. This is an awards break. We have a 20-minute awards break. We will be back with you for the relay shortly, but we will send you over to Mike as he talks about the awards. All right. Thanks, guys, and thanks for tuning in. We will be back for the relay. Stick around.
And ladies in the ladies 1650 are going to be up at the awards block first. And again, presenting awards for the ladies 1650 at the award stand. It's just behind the announcer, I do believe, is where we're staging. And you'll see Coach with the hand up there. Ladies 1650. In no particular order, that'll be Kylie McMurray, Madison Smith, Amanda Barnard, Kevin Gormson, Katie McCarthy, Lily Gormson, Avery Ludke, and Claire Stuhlmacher. Yep, are you ready? Where are we putting them? Okay, sounds good. And introducing our champions in the ladies 1650. We're going to use our starting blocks as our podium for awards. In 8th place, it is Claire Schumacher of Nova of Virginia. 7th place goes to Aquajets, Avery Ludke. In 6th place, Long Island Aquatics, Lily Gormson. In 5th place, Madison Smith of Rockville, Montgomery. 4th place goes to Kylie McMurray of Greater Philadelphia. Into the medals now, the bronze going to Katie McCarthy of Edina Swim Club. The silver to Nova of Virginia, Amanda Barnard. And number 1, Long Island Aquatic Club, Kevin Gormson. And congratulations, ladies. Introducing our champions in the Gentlemen's 1000 Freestyle. And in 8th place in the Gentlemen's 1000 Freestyle, Nation's Capital, Alex Crown. Rockville Montgomery capturing 7th place, Brady Began, and making their way out to the podium. Our starting blocks. How appropriate. Ethan Gluck capturing 6th place for core swimming. 5th place goes to Ryan Nunez of Long Island Express. 4th place to Highlander Aquatics, Jacob Hamlin. And into the medals now. New Wave Swim Team, Matthew Marsteiner getting the bronze. Gentlemen, you're welcome to step up. You're welcome to turn and look at the camera. Our camera at the start center here will get you home to all the folks at home watching on the TV or on the computer. Our silver goes to Sean Green of Long Island Aquatic Club. And the gold, number 1, the title, Nova of Virginia, Nathan Jabata. Posting in with a winning time, 8:50.44. I love it. A big smile and a big wave to the folks back home. And our champions in the ladies 100 freestyle going to take the podium next. And we've seen this name before. We've seen the face before. The swimmer swam the 1650. She was just at the podium. Back again, Kevin Gormson of Long Island Aquatics getting 8th place in the ladies 100 freestyle. Levy Warner in 7th place for Waukesha. Long Island Aquatics, Tess Howley in 6th place. Lucy Thomas of Elmbrook Swim Club in 5th. Haley Tierney takes 4th place for Lake Country. In 3rd place, St. Andrew Aquatics, Aspen Gersper getting the bronze. The silver going to Caroline Larson of the Fox Jets. And number 1, Nation's Capital, Camille Spink, posting in with a winning time, 48.21. And again, congratulations, ladies. Feel free to wave at the cameras at the folks back home because they are glued to that set. I don't blame them. And next at the podium, the gentlemen's 100 freestyle. In 8th place was Lucas Bailey of St. Andrews Aquatics. 7th place went to the Stingrays, Kyle Peck. In 6th place, Huntsville Swim Association, Luke Bedsole. In 5th place, Utica Shelby Swim Club, Devin Dilger. In 4th place was Josh Howitt of Nation's Capital. In the bronze, Inspire Swim Team, Nathaniel German-Prez. The silver goes to Greater Toledo Aquatic, Scotty Buff. And the gold, the title, to New Albany Aquatics, Hudson Williams. Posted in with a 42.54, qualifying for senior nationals. And again, congratulations, gentlemen. Wave to the folks at home. And the next event was the ladies 200 backstroke. Taking the podium right now, Poseidon Swimming, Lexi Stevens in 8th place. Aquajets in 7th place with Emma Kern. Nova of Virginia in 6th place, Kate Hotham. In 5th place, Aquajets, Grace Rabb. In 4th place, TNT Swimming, Lavinia Sim. The bronze goes to Elmbrook Swim Club, Campbell Stoll. The silver to Team Greenville, Lila Bogner. And number 1, Elmbrook Swim Club, Maggie Wanezik. And both Maggie and Leela, first and second qualifying for Senior Nationals. We'll see you there. I love it. And next at the podium, here's the gentleman for the 200 backstroke. In 8th place, Nova of Virginia, Nathan Jabata. 7th place goes to Poseidon Swimming, Joshua Fisher. In 6th, Rockville, Montgomery, Toby Barnett. In 5th place, Nova of Virginia, Cash Ackerley. J.T. Schmidt in 4th place for the nation's capital. The bronze going to Arlington Aquatic, Simon Bermudez. The silver to the Stingray swim team, Kyle Peck. And number 1, Rockville, Montgomery, Adriano Ariati. Posting in with a winning time, 1:41.66, wins him a ticket to Senior Nationals. All right. And again, congratulations, gentlemen. Wave to the camera and the folks home. Our next event, the 50 Butterfly Series. The ladies for the 50 Butterfly. And in 8th place was Ellie Scott, Nova of Virginia. Elmbrook Swim Club in 7th place, Lucy Thomas. Academy Bullets, Becky Rentz in 6th place. 5th place went to St. Andrews Aquatics, Aspen Gersper. 4th place is Lake Country Swim Team, Haley Tierney. Into the bronze, Aqua Jets, Emma Kern. The silver going to TNT Swimming, Lavinia Sim. And number 1 getting the gold, Elmbrook Swim Club, Campbell Stoll. And the gentleman's 50 butterfly, the official results. It's FMC Aquatics, Jeffrey Howe in 8th place. 7th place goes to Eagle Swim Team, Caden Bowers. In 6th place, New Albany Aquatics, Hudson Williams. Nolan Dunkel in 5th place for Arlington Aquatics. The Gator Swim Club in 4th place with James Misto. The bronze going to Nation's Capital, Chris Lawson. The silver to New Albany Aquatics, Chase Swearingen. And the gold, the title to the Greater Toledo Aquatic Club, Scotty Buff. Posting in with a winning time of 20.59. And that is going to do it for the awards. We've had just a few more minutes, and we've got some unfinished business. Relays coming up next. And right now, getting our referees, officials, everybody back into place. And that first wave of swimmers is going to be the ladies for the 200 medley relay, continuing from earlier today. And earlier today, the times posted Chattahoochee Gold in third position right now with a 144.68, 144.39. In second position right now is Rocket Aquatics and Edina Swim Club posted in with a 143.60, the low time so far. And again, this is a time final event.
Lane 6 is Elmbrook Swim Club. Lane 7, Huntsville Swim Association. And in Lane 8, Team Greenville.
So parents at home, I just talked to the guy doing the awards, and he is going to make sure everyone looks at the camera when they get on the block and get their awards for the events going forward. So be looking for that.
Because their backs were facing.
Their backs were facing, but now they're going to look at the camera. They know where the camera is, and they will be doing that from now on. So the boys in the truck, Chris Lundy, the guys in the truck, and the 53-foot Featherlight truck.
Let you know.
They're loving it, yeah.
All right, yeah. Well, I can understand the kids wanting to face the crowd as they were, but we'll get them to turn around and wave to the camera as well.
So the 200 medley is 2 laps of backstroke, leading off backstroke with a backstroke start, 2 laps of breaststroke, 2 laps of butterfly, and then anchoring with 2 laps of freestyle. The record is 136.77 by Elmbrook Swim Club last year. So we may see another record.
And it looks like some of these same names, Joe, from that winning relay last year are in attendance this year.
Oh, yeah.
Or in some of them. Thomas Stoll, Wanizek, Wainzek. Again, lane 1 is at the bottom of your screen. That's St. Charles. Team Greenville, top of your screen in lane 8.
Pretty much you find the person on the team that's the fastest backstroke or breaststroke or fly and free, put them all together, and here we are.
Top seed in this particular heat is Lake Country Swim Team with a 3:45.98.
But again, that's their 400 medley time, so it could be totally different here in the end in terms of seeding.
All right, so touching in first, was 2610 Huntsville Swim Association with a 25.86, Joe, lane 7.
That's a good out. And right now we're looking at lane 3 and 4 right there in the middle of the pool, neck and neck, and then lane 8 also out there.
That's Team Greenville.
Here we go with the butterfly leg. Huge start by lane 3. Wow.
That was Ole touching in first at 55.09. But just a slight lead, Joe. Really, it's anybody's relay at this point.
Comes down to a freestyle. You got a girl that goes 22 low. You may see the winner. huge underwaters by 3 and 4. The race is in the middle of the pool. 3 and 4, third place out there in lane 8. We'll see what goes. Another huge start.
And lane 4 did touch him first with a 1:19.10, but Ole Swimming 1:19.23. So it's Lake Country and Ole Swimming battling each other.
Lane 3 looks like she's going to win it here.
Well, lane 3 is the one that holds. Nope, they do not hold the record. But
lane 3, huge 22.17. Lane 3 wins it with a 1:41.40. Very nice.
Congratulations, ladies, followed by Lake Country Swim Team, and then Team Greenville for your top 3. All right, in lane 1 for our second final of 10, Rockville, Montgomery. Lane 2, Arlington Aquatic Club. Lane 3, New Albany Aquatics. Lane 4, NASA Wildcat Aquatics. Lane 5, Nova of Virginia Aquatics. Lane 6, Academy Bullet Swim Club. Lane 7, Long Island Aquatic Club. And Lane 8, TNT Swimming.
So here we go. This is Heat 2. We have Heat. We have 3 heats here. And another huge underwater there. And that's New Albany Aquatics.
Looks like that is lane 3 out early.
Lane 3's got the hot hand today for sure. But here comes lane 4 trying to run her down off into the breaststroke. Like if you look at their starts, they're starting behind the block. There you go. And walking over the block and taking off. Trying to get a little bit more momentum off the block.
And both going at 25. That was New Albany Aquatics just diving in before the NASA Wildcat Aquatics.
And here they go again. Lane 3 and 4 starting behind the block. Stepping over the wedge for massive momentum. You'll see here on the camera shot if we can get to it.
Boy, this breaststroke, though, leg has evened out. It looks like it is lane 4 diving in first.
There you go. Very nice.
54.16. Just barely over New Albany Aquatics and Nova of Virginia.
And right now, lane 4's got about a half body length lead on the field.
So that's the NASA Wildcat Aquatics.
Not breathing. I like it. Here we go with the freestyle leg. 24.53 for the butterfly leg of NASA Wildcat Aquatics, which is a very cool name, by the way.
NASA Wildcat just over New Albany Aquatic in lane 3. They seem to be our leaders.
It will be lane 4.
However, Arlington Aquatics trying to tamp down that second spot. I don't know if they have enough pull.
Coming 22.84, 141.53.
Arlington Aquatics touching in second, followed by New Albany Aquatics. Speedy heat. Congratulations, ladies. We are now, Joe, to our final heat. So this is, again, the final heat. It's not our A final because this is a timed final. Any of the heats can win any of the teams, whether they swam this morning or they swam this afternoon. We do have the top times from this morning, though. Adena Swim Club with a 143.60, Aquatic Aquatics with a 144, and then Chattahoochee with a 144. We'll see if any of these teams can out-touch them.
So the record team is in lane 4.
In lane 1, we have Hinsdale Swim Club. Lane 2, Academy Bullet Swim Club. Lane 3 is going to be Long Island Aquatic Club. Lane 4, Elmbrook Swim Club. You said they were our record-holding ones from last year. Nation's Capital Swimming is in lane 5. Aquajets in lane 6. Rockville Montgomery Swimming in lane 7. And lane 8 is Nation's Capital Swimming. Lane 8 at the top of your screen. Lane 1 at the bottom of your screen.
Okay, again, record 136.77 set last year by Elmbrook Swim Club, and they are in lane 4. So we'll see if they can do it again.
So their seed time is significantly faster than the rest of the field. We'll see if it pans out that way.
Lane 6 right there, Aquajets. Going to give them a little race.
24.38 for Elmbrook, 24.60 for Aquajets. However, this breaststroke
Starting to build a lead here, Elmbrook in lane 4. Another good start. These guys all have great starts. Really good stuff. 26.6 for a breaststroker. Amazing. At the 100, they're 51.05. They only need 13 seconds
Aquajet
on the fly and the free to break their own record.
Aquajet's touching it at 53.03, followed by Hinsdale in lane 1.
Underwater. Huge underwater by Elmbrook. Nice start there. She goes 23.3 for the butterfly leg, sitting at 114. Got to come home pretty quick. We'll see what she goes. If she can come home in 21, 22. Here we go. There's the record right there. 137.13 comes home with 22.70.
Followed by Nation's Capital Swimming and then Aquajet's third. Congratulations, lady. Those are your top 3 teams. Any of them from this morning?
No, but he won. Went 141, so they are actually 4th place.
All right, congratulations.
All right, moving on to the gentlemen. This is our last. We saved the best for last, the 200 medley gentlemen.
I don't think the men are better.
What? They saved the best for last. That's why the guys are second.
I won't even go.
That's why the guys are behind the girls, ready to go. They saved the best for last.
Oh, just stop. In lane 1 for heat 1 of this evening's 3 heats. In lane 1, we have Stingray Swim Team. Lane 2, NASA Wildcat Aquatics. Lane 3 is Hinsdale Swim Club. Lane 4 is Gator Swim Club. Lane 5 is Long Island Aquatic Club. Lane 6, Madison Aquatic Club. Lane 7, Greater Toledo Aquatic Club. Lane 8, St. Andrews Aquatic Club.
Time to beat from this morning is 132.95 by New Wave Swim Team out of North Carolina.
Men's 200-yard medley relay.
Again, great underwaters by these guys. Early lead, lane 7, way up there, top of your screen. That guy's a missile underwater. Look at that.
So the meet record is 126.
Woo, that was close.
47 set back in 2015 by the nation's
21.61. Wow, for Greater Toledo, leadoff swimmer. Amazing swim there. Still in the lead, but now here comes lane 4 with Gator Swim Club running them down. Fly leg to go. Toledo still winning barely. Gator second. Coming down to the free leg. Very, very close here between lane 4 and lane 8.
Like lane 8 is going to touch in first.
Wow, sitting at 110, 21s on those fly legs, 21.4 for lane 8, 21.9 for lane 4. And here we go, lane 8, slight lead up there. And it's going to be lane 8. Lane 8's going to win this thing by about 2 arms. Lane 8, 130.53, 20.02.
Followed by Gator Swim Club, 131 flat. And then Hinsdale Swim Club at 132.18.
St. Andrews, the Florida team, takes the lead for the evening so far. Sid Cassidy knows down there in Puerto Rico is probably listening. His boys are seated are first right now, so good stuff.
Moving on to Heat 2. Remember, this is a timed final. In Lane 1, Nova Virginia Aquatics. Lane 2, Utica Shelby Swim Club. Lane 3, Eagle Swim Team. Lane 4, Nation's Capital Swimming. Lane 5, Hinsdale Swim Club. Lane 6 is Huntsville Swim Association. Lane 7, Rockville Montgomery Swim. And Lane 8, FMC Aquatics out of Illinois.
Time to beat 130.53 from St. Andrews just a while ago. You need to find your favorite cap for me and let us know. Let everybody know what your favorite cap is. There's some cool caps here.
Are you going to be wearing that cap tomorrow night?
I could if they'd give it to me. All right now, lane 5 and 6 out pretty quick. Just pretty much a dead heat after this backstroke leg. We'll see what breaststroke does. Out in 22s, 23s on the backstroke, very quick. Look at this, very tight race on the breaststroke.
22.54, lane 1. Nova Virginia Aquatics was fastest in that heat, or that leg.
Here we go, lane 5, trying to eke out about a half a foot lead on everybody. The guys from lane 3, though, really starting very nice, very nice. Eagles swim team.
Nation's capital, Huntsville Swim Association, Rockville, but FMC Aquatics, Joe, went at 24 that last leg, as did Eagle Swim Team.
All right, it's going to come down the freestyle because we're pretty much at a dead heat between lane 3 and lane 8. Lane 8 with a lead up there.
That is Eagle Swim Team and FMC Aquatics.
21.48 from lane 8 for that fly leg. We'll see what they come home in. Lane 4 has got a huge freestyle. Looks like lane 4 is going to do it. Lane 4, 19.9.
In cap, touching in first, followed by Eagle Swim Team and then FMC Aquatic. What a race that was.
And that was their B team. So right now, St. Andrews from the first heat is third place. Nope, I'm sorry, fourth place already. And the time to beat is 30.12 in cap, Nation's Capital, B team.
Here we go with our final heat of the evening. Reminder, this is a timed final. In lane 1, Machine Aquatics. Lane 2, Rockville Montgomery Swim. Lane 3, New Albany Aquatic Club. Lane 4, Aquajets Swim Team. Lane 5, FMC Aquatic. Lane 6, Nation's Capital Swimming their A relay. Lane 7, Arlington Aquatic Club. And Lane 8, Elmbrook Swim Club.
All right, here we go. Final heat of the night, Bess. And here we go. This ought to be pretty good. Time to beat 30.1. Record, meet record, 126.47 by NCAP. Set way back in 2015.
We had a hand raise from lane 6.
Andrew Seliskar was on the record relay from 2015, an Olympian. And here we go. Everyone's up at the 15-meter mark. Pretty much a dead heat again. Lane 3, great underwater there. There's one of your finishes in lane 3.
21.95 for New Albany Aquatics. Followed by FMC Aquatic in lane 5.
New Albany in lane 3 is checking out. They all have the sleeve on their arm, every one of them. 24.21 for that breaststroke leg. That's a huge swim. Out in 46.16 at the 100.
Albany Aquatics and Aquajets both going 46 at the halfway point.
Here we go. It's all starting to tighten up now. Anybody's race. Anybody's race on the freestyle. And here we go. Lane 3, still a slight lead. But here comes lane 6. 3 and 6. Oh, it's all 6. All lane 6. He's going 19.5. Ready? Boom. 19.34. Wow. 127.89. That will win the event. Lane 6. Very nice.
Nation's Capital, New Albany Aquatics, and FMC Aquatic for the top 3. Congratulations, gentlemen. Joe, that wraps up the night for us.
That wraps up the night. Listen, join us tomorrow night, the next night, the next night, and the next night for awesome speed, entertainment, great swimming, From all of us here at Take It Live, we will see you tomorrow.